Welcome back, mindful investors. I posted something in the community chat just a couple days ago saying if you have any questions, post them down below. And I gathered a handful of them, maybe 5 or 6. I'm gonna go through 5 of them today. As always, I'm not gonna waste your time and we're gonna get straight to it. So number 1, how do you keep up with new financial instruments? What's your process for learning about new things like NFTs or crypto? And at what point do you feel comfortable enough to put big amounts of money into these new bets? Thank you, Akash, for your question. And to answer the first half of the question, how do I keep up with all these new instruments? Like most people nowadays, is either through Google, YouTube, or Reddit. And if you follow any tech CEOs on Twitter, like Elon Musk or Jack Dorsey, they would probably be the first ones there as well. I think by now, most of us already know what cryptos are, but what are NFTs? Personally, I don't have any exposure in NFTs, but some in crypto. And my crypto allocation is less than 10% of my whole investing portfolio. So now I'm gonna talk a little bit about NFTs. To illustrate it, I'm gonna use my flamethrower example right here. Let me go grab it. So this is the flamethrower that I bought maybe 3 years ago, and it's by the Boring Company, owned by Elon Musk. This is just one of their passion projects. They sold 20,000 units of these within hours. As you can see here, so right here it says the Boring Company, serial number 13810, flamethrower version 001. I'm gonna put this back. Okay, so that was a collectible for me. It's something physical, something limited. Although it says version 001, there may never be a version 002. So these are worth a lot more now. If I just go to ebay.com and then type in Boring Company, flamethrower, we see a range of prices here. Some are 8,000, some are 10,000, some are 5,000, and this one is only 25.50. So if I just average all of these, maybe it's worth around 3,000-4,000 right now, and the original price was $500. So on the label there, it said it's version 001. But they have the right to go version 002, version 003. If they printed version 002, another 20,000 units, instantly, automatically, these prices would go down at least by 50% overnight. And version 003, it can go down another 50%. So instead of selling it for $3,000-4,000, there may not be any more upside for me if I decided to sell mine as well. And for physical products like these, there's a lot of logistics that goes into this process of selling a physical item. Like this box that it comes with is huge. Like with the flamethrower, it's at least maybe close to 10 kilos. And then there's the manufacturing and the shipping and all that, return process and all that stuff. So it's very unlikely they'll make a version 002. They'll just end it with 001. That's it. But now let's look at the NFTs. 2 of the most popular ones are NBA Top Shot and Nifty Gateway. So we're gonna look at NBA Top Shot first. We just go to, let's say, Marketplace, and then we go to Most Valuable Listings. This one by LeBron James. This is one where he dunks, I think. And somehow it's worth $250,000. $250,000. And right here it says edition size 59. So there are 59 copies of this NFT. As we scroll down, it says recent sales history. The top recent sale is at 210K. But if we go down further, we go down all the way to September, October of last year. The first sale was $1,000. And right now it's worth $250,000. But that's not the end of it. Similar to my flamethrower example, this plate in itself can be replicated. It can have version 2, version 3, version 4, and so forth. We'll never know if that ever comes, so that's a huge risk factor. If the version 2 comes, automatically it'll just go back to maybe 5 grand instead of 250K. And then if we look at other listings, like the common tiers, let's say. So this listing, a jump shot by Zion Williamson, they made how many copies? They made 10,000 copies. The top sale was at 24K. The lowest ask is at 284. So that's 1% of the top sale. That's a huge range. How do we benchmark the real price of this NFT? It's based on supply and demand, right? So if the supply is very limited and the demand is huge, then we drive the prices up towards the demand, towards how much people are really willing to pay for it. And if we go back to all these plays, we see that anything goes for these NBA Top Shot moments. This one is an assist by Delon Wright, a pass. But then the same play could be for this guy, Jeremy Grant, for the dunk. So the number of moments in an NBA game is almost like infinite. It could be a pass, it can be a rebound, it could be a steal, it could be a dunk, it can be a three-pointer, anything, a free throw even, a foul. So how many possibilities are there and how many prints can there be? These guys, NBA Top Shot, never said that these are limited, and they don't need to. They leave it for the imagination of the buyers. Because if there's more imagination, then the buyers are willing to pay higher prices because they think it's limited, therefore it'll drive the prices up. Similar to the other platform, Nifty Gateway, where they sell art. Something like this, a face for $1,000. They all have a serial number, so the max prints was 4934. And this face 184, the buyer wants $99 billion. 99 billion. Okay, so apparently they're selling music track on top of this face. And what do you think will happen after this first batch sells out? They'll make a next batch with the next track and a different face that maybe turns the other way. And it may zoom in and zoom out. So that's another 5,000 units at about $1,000 each. $5 million, just like that. So how much value is there for these NFTs when they can just print unlimited amounts of them at an instant? And then as I mentioned before, if the supply goes up and the demand goes down, then the price overall will go down. If the price goes down, then the demand goes down, and therefore we're left with nothing. So for the second half of the question, at what point do you feel comfortable to put big amounts into these new bets? For the crypto side of things, I didn't start off at 10%. I started off at maybe like 2-3% and then just kept going up. So something I like to do is rebalance the portfolio because I know this is a speculative play and at any instant it can go to zero. So why not take some risk off the table if it decides to shoot up? With any investment, it's all about risk management. And this percentage is different for everybody. I personally wouldn't go higher than 10 because my main investment and my niche is in the stock market and stock options. But for some, it may be in crypto where they have 90% in crypto and 10% in NFTs. I'd say it's quite unique to everyone because your expertise may be different from mine. You may know the crypto world and the NFT world so much better than I do. And that's fine if you're willing to take on the risk that all of this can go to zero in an instant. But for solid blue chip stocks, usually during a crash, it'll crash by 50%. And over the long run, it tends to bounce back because there's a track record of it. For these NFT and cryptos, the track record is really short. NFT maybe 2-3 years, cryptos maybe 10 years. Thanks again for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.